Okay. Okay. Here we go. Got shit on my sweatshirt. Goodness gracious. Cat hair. All right, guys. It is your boy Nick, HOUTX Trader, coming live from Houston, Texas. Guys, we are going to do some trading today. Yes, we are. Let's see. Today is Wednesday, May 22nd. It is almost 7 o'clock at my time. So, we're going to look to get into some trades in about 15-20 minutes before news. Well, actually, there's not much news today. So, but we will look at all of that. So I just want to say thank you very much, guys, for joining here on the live. Thanks to My Flash Funding for sponsoring our videos. We're going to be giving out another live account probably tomorrow. That way I'll put it on the socials so people have time. Not today. And yeah, so this is training. This is not financial advice. All the good stuff, right? So let's take a look real quick. Let's do a share screen enter this screen, and then we will do this. Okay, let's get rid of there we go. Okay, so now we are. As you can see, I'm already in a gold, but we'll talk about that in just 1 second. First, I want to talk about, let's do this. Let's split this screen out. All right, we can minimize this for now. Let's pull this screen over here. Before we get there, here is the economic calendar. We do have some red folders, but they're at 9. So yeah, let's this bad boy here this afternoon. So we'll see some volatility today. Hopefully we will get in the trades before the volatility hits. Guys, this is my dot card. When you see the dot card posted somewhere, this is the tubes, this is the twits, the X, the grams. If you need an account, go to My Flash Funding. Here is the link here. Click there, and you'll have my link. Pip Connect is Andy Peters' Discord. It is a paid service, but it is a good Discord. Guys, BASC, Bored Ape Solana Club, is an NFT on the Solana blockchain. So get this. As Solana goes up in price, you make money. As the NFT goes up in price, you make money. So instead of just investing in the actual Solana, so just putting your money there, also buy an NFT, you can double dip. If you want to figure out how to get those, go right here, Magic Eden. And Market Bandits is a free Discord with Nick G. It's a good Discord. So that one is free resource if you guys are looking to get into a community. Okay, there is the dot cards. There is all the housekeeping stuff. We don't have anybody live right now on our chat, which is good to go. Give me some time to drink coffee. Okay, guys, look at this Goldie trade. Hey, we need to really be paying attention to NASDAQ. I'm going to set an alert on this. All right. Once per bar. Great. All right, we got an alert there. Okay. So this is just me. No one's on the tubes this morning, but this is what I see. This is what I see. 1, 2, 3. Liquidity. Let's turn this around. Just not entering yet because I want to see liquidity get taken. I'm there. Let's go. I'm here too, buddy. So I did call it out. I did not call out this trade because I was on an airplane coming back from Florida, but I did call out this one. What's up? What's up? What's up? It says that you guys are here. Good morning. I'm here, but it says that no one is in the chats. It says that no one's watching. Still here? I don't know. You still here there, Colin? Because yeah, I don't know. I'm here. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Okay. for some reason, it's just saying that no one is in the live stream. So, okay, cool. We're here. We're good to go then. For some reason, the StreamYard is messing up. Okay, cool. So let's look at what we have today then. I don't know how many people are here, but we're just going to go and just assume that there's 1,000 people watching. All right, so on gold, this is the reason why I took this trade. Uh, let's think this was maybe Monday, right? We had the sell off and then we had the pullback, but the pullback did not hit my 78.6. My entry did not get, I did not get entered right there. Okay. As you can see, it stopped a few pips short. So then I seen a sell off and I said, okay, well, that's the first leg. Let's catch the second leg. So here's the pullback. As you can see, my 78.6 then is the Fibonacci there, and I caught it right there at the entry. A little bit of drawdown as this wick wanted to double top this, but it's still within my 88.6, so I'm good to go. And then I caught that sell. I'm still in the sell. Um, I think right around here, again, we were very bullish, right, overall. So I'm being cautious with my TPs. So I see this order block in this direction here. I saw this trend line. So I closed out half right there. So my TP1 was right there to be safe, put money in the bank, and go to break even, right? I do have so I do have half of my original position entered. I actually entered two positions right here. So I entered two positions. I closed out the first one 100% and closed out half of the second one. So I still have, about a half running. And so technically, I probably should have taken the other half right now, but I'm not going to. Um, I really think that this needs to come down just a bit lower. I do see that this is the order block, but I do like this breaker block candle here better. So I'm going to see if we can't just continue this momentum on. I have been thinking about this, and perhaps you guys should look at this too. I've been marking off London sessions and just thinking about this. And I need to go back and I don't want to say back test this more, but I need to look at like at least 1,000 different trades. If this is London, gold broke below London and gave us a nice push. This is London, gold broke above and gave us a push before it came back. Anyways, that's still enough pips to protect. This is London, it broke above and it ran. This is London, broke below, and it gave us enough to protect. You guys get where I'm going with this, right? So this is London. So you could have said, okay, well, I lost that trade, or these candles never closed. That's a wick up and a down, and that's a wick up and down. It never closed outside of the London session until right here. And when it did close outside the London session, it ran and gave you pips. The same thing, wick down, closed above the London session. You could have entered here, maybe got retested or whatnot, but then it ran. Right. So this is just something to think about. I need to go back and look at this. This is inside the London session. There's no trade. This is close, and it came back to, probably lost that one. Break inside, break below here, and then ran. So it's just something that I'm going to start thinking about, and it just plays out over and over, right? London, break above, close, ran. Nothing, because this is inside the London session. Nothing, this is inside the London session. That could probably be like a Thursday or Friday. That's Tuesday. That's Wednesday. That's kind of rare, right? Finally break above. Maybe you lost that one. But again, if you just come back and look, that's a wick above. Finally, right here, it closes below, and that's plenty of pips to protect and takes a profit off of, right? So it's something I'm gonna start thinking about. maybe there's something there. I don't know. Maybe there's something there. So okay, yeah. So let me reset then. Let's get back into this. So this is the reason, and all of the reasons why I think gold is going to come down to this area right here, 2,400. As you can see, it's a key psychological level. It's a big number, right? On the first leg down, the TP1 extension is 23.6. On the second leg down, the TP extension is right there, 236, right? TP extension, both of them. On the bigger buy fib, that's the 61.8, which you'll see right there, 61.8. Previous resistance, which is right here. So now we have like a zone, right? It was resistance here. It broke back above it, and you can see these candles here retesting it and before it took off. So this is also why I would say that's a breaker block. That's the candle right there. And we can zoom in on this candle. That candle right there is that consolidation period. I need to work on my posture. I need to sit up straight. That's this right here. This is this up and down fuckery where people are trying to short, and then boom, it took off. So look at these sell candles sitting right there. So that could be something right inside of here. So what I did is I took this area from there to there, these bottom of these wicks, and I split it in half, and there's the 50% of that area, which is right on the 61.8. So I mean, we've got some stuff there. We've got several reasons why we think it's going to turn around in that area. And we're not positive, obviously, right? But we're at least so if you're I don't want to say if you're a newer trader, but this is just something to think about. You need to stack as many things, as many reasons for the trade to go in your favor as possible. You can hit 6, 7, 8 confluences, then you're doing pretty good, right? So I'm willing to take this trade. We're bullish. We really, really, really need to be taking buys, right? If we just come zoom back out on gold, look, we need to be taking buys. I mean, look at gold prices. It's not fucking rocket science. Every time it pulls back, we need to be taking buys. Now, we don't know how big the pullback is. I mean, look at this. This is daily. That's a big ass pullback. That's a big ass pullback. So we don't know. And look at how bullish this is. Like, you would think that, okay, maybe a pretty good pullback all the way down here is in the cards. That's great. We'll try to play that. But right now, I see a buy. Let's see if we can't buy and keep coming off. Again, the war hasn't gone nowhere. The shit's still going crazy. Biden's still retarded. There's no telling what's going to happen, right? And this is a nice Elliott wave, nice and easy pullback to a zone. Now, there is a very good argument to buy right now. Very, very good argument. And we'll probably go back and look at this trade and say, well, there was your entry right there and you didn't take it. That's totally true. But look, this is not yet oversold on the RSI. It's telling me that it still has time to come down. The news hasn't came out. The market hasn't opened. We're still a little bit early. So I just don't know. Have I been talking this entire time in the fucking okay, it's been on there the whole time. Good. Okay, we'll leave it like this. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on gold, man. That's my thoughts. I mean, this is a nice, easy. This did break below, and look, it's finding it as support. This is liquidity. And so, yes, this candle right there just broke this liquidity. Yes, I understand that. But I really want to see it come down and tap out this area right there and tap the top of this. At least get right here, right? And I think this blue line, if I'm not mistaken, that blue line right there is the previous all-time high, or is a previous something? Let me look. Oh, so it was the top of this area. So then what I did is I marked off this little zone right here, and I put a blue line on top and bottom of it. London bottom times 2. Oh, that's what I did. That's the London bottom. So let me put the sessions back on. Let this. It's not going to show me sessions on 8-hour. What is that? This top. Oh, top of that London, top of this wick. Okay. Morning. What up, DC? Good morning, buddy. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, as you know, I'm always looking to add some extra sauce to my charts. I did have great success, I don't know, probably 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, with using the London sessions on NASDAQ. And so perhaps I need to add that sauce back into my strategy for extra confluences. Speaking of NASDAQ, let's take a look. So all right, so we have the game plan then on gold. There should be no wondering about what I'm thinking about on gold. I want to see one more dip. I want to see one more dip, and then come on, dude. Here, one more dip down and see if we can't take this up, because I see that this TP extension and this TP extension are sitting right there and right there. Again, the top key cycle level. Let's see if we can't catch that entry. Maybe it's too elementary. Maybe the markets aren't going to give this because they know everyone and their fucking mom is sitting right there. So we'll have to see. We'll use the RSI, and then we'll also come down to the very small time frames, maybe the 5-minute or the 3-minute, and see what's going on. If this pushes from here, then we'll pull the measure. We'll pull a back. We'll pull a fib, measure the pullback, and then jump in. And again, we want to be in buys, so we're aggressively looking for buys. We're being conservative on sells, and we're taking profit a little bit earlier on sells. Right? We're not trying to hit fucking grand slams on sells because we're gonna get burned. So I've been moving this around. So I'm not in the trade yet. I'm not really a trend line guy. I'm not, I do understand them. I've been looking at them for years, but there is a nice trend line sitting there. So we step back just to the hour. This is the trend lines that I have. All right, dot to dot, big boy down bottom. If we get a pullback, if this breaks structure, and we get a pullback, I truly think it could come down here, because if you look, there's a lot of uh, there's a lot of liquidity sitting right there, and you have this consolidation, you have this consolidation. So it's not inconceivable that this would break this trend line, take all this stuff out right here, and find this as support, right? So then this is kind of where we start looking at fibs and trend lines. Then you could pull a fib up here somewhere and see that, okay, yeah, look, that kind of makes sense, because now we're kind of getting into our area where we're thinking it's going to turn around. So um, I'm looking to possibly take that trend line sell. All right. This is the only time I like taking trend lines, is when the top, you guys maybe heard me say this before, is when the top, which is obviously right here, is super close to the trend line. I'm willing to take this trade on a trend line break in this area, because my stop loss is like right there, just a bit above it. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. Hey, it is what it is. But if you're right and this breaks, then we could have something on our hands over here. I mean, look at the 618 sitting right there. Even at there, we take profit the 618 for a turnaround. You're still looking at a 9-to-1 trade. So I will be willing to take this trade if it presents itself to me. I'm going to be patient. And on the 30-minute, this is 100% Andy Peters teaching here. On the 30-minute, where I want to see this candle close below, and really we need to see the candle close below this area here. That, because if I mean, if you had the swing markers and you change the time frames, that's going to be a dot, right? And if it closes below that dot, then we'll hold the trade until it breaks below this, then we can protect, and then we let it go. All right. So we are looking for a NASDAQ trade. I do have a alert set on that trend line. So whenever it breaks, it'll get me in. Now, if you wanted to be super sketchy and you wanted to be super risky, just enter now. I don't suggest that, right? But it's a possibility. You kind of want to wait for your confluences. Right now, the RSI is not overbought, right? There's no reason for it to turn around and start selling off, especially on the 1 hour. Let's look on the higher time frames. Okay, so here we go then. On the higher time frames, we do have something. All right, we do have the RSI being overbought. And if I can get the scale looking correctly, look, divergent. So I marked it off divergent on the lower time frames, and it is still divergent here. Missed the live. Dude, I'm still here, bro. Browser has lost connection. Your camera, make sure. So this does this sometimes. Browser's lost connection to my camera. Give me a second. New audio device. What the fuck is it talking about? Don't switch. Give me a second. Let me figure out what the fuck's going on. As always, technical difficulties. Is this my camera? Like, if I unplug the fucking thing, it should come back on, right? You would think. All right. Well, it's all good. It is what it is. Start cam. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. So give me 1 second. Let me figure out what the hell this guy's saying. I got my eyes on gold. Yeah, no shit. We all got eyes on gold. All right, here we go. So I might throw in something in the comments if you guys are still here, because for some reason it's not showing me how many people are in the chats. Anyways, divergent, right? Look at the 8 hour. It's starting to come down and the price is coming up. So I can come down to the 30 then and look and see this as divergent. So I marked it off from way over here to there to there. It is getting divergent. Okay, cool. Thanks, DC. So it's still getting divergent. I think, Mitchell. So yeah, look, dude, it is divergent on the higher time frames. It's divergent now from this 30, getting lower, getting lower. We have a small stop loss. Again, guys, if it wants to break trend right here, I'm not taking that, because your stop loss is up here, right? I'm not doing that. I will, however, do this. If I'm going to do a trend line trade, which is not my bread and butter, I will do that. And again, we're then looking at the swing markers to TPs, right? So perhaps this is your first TP one right there and break even, and then your second TP there after. But look at all this consolidation. Look at all this area for liquidity. And so, yeah, I mean, I really want to try to catch this one at least to the 61.8. And I'd say that'd be TP because this market is so bullish. We don't need to try to hold a banger, leave a runner, right? Leave a runner, but take the majority of your position off and then look for your buys. So we are on standby for NAS sells right now, and we're on standby for gold buys. And yeah, so look, this is why we're saying we're not jumping in this gold buy too soon because it looks like it's coming right back down, right? And it looks like it's just giving us a fuckery wick and trapping people. This is true too. This is trapping people. Perhaps I don't say that enough, but if you see these bottoms, think of how many people are getting stop losses or break evens. Therefore, it's going to automatically create a buy situation because of supply, right? Demand, excuse me. If they're buying, they'd be selling here. Yeah, you would think that would create some sort of supply and it kind of come down lower. But, anyways, there's orders sitting here. And it's going to pop off a little bit. So what do we want to do? We want to wait for all this shit to clear out, for it to come down here and find a base, find a real base, and then we'll buy up with it. So let's not get caught up in this manipulation right here. There are people going to get FOMO. This is going to push off a little bit. Like I said earlier, like, oh shit, maybe we missed the trade, but that's okay. We didn't act on it. We can think it, we can realize it, but we didn't act on it. We have our spot down here. We have our entry model. We're going to stick to our guns, and I'm going to stick to my guns at least, and leave it till there. Now, what would be the stop loss? That is a good question. Honestly, I don't think it should be too much below. Um, I don't think it should be too much below this area here, right? So if we catch an entry, let's say here, we catch an entry around this 24 area, and honestly, it's probably going to go a few pips below, maybe, or just a few pips above, maybe just a few pips above in the situation. Um, I'd say I kind of want to limit to 50 pips, right? So if we're catching entry at 2400, maybe 2495, which would be below this 2494, 2495. I know that Stefano, shout out to Stefano, he's a 50 pip guy. That might be a little bit tight because we're still into these wicks at 95. So maybe we'll just go a little bit more, maybe like we give it like 80, 93, 97s, and the 93 would be 70 pips. We give it 70. But again, now we're shooting for really at least a double top, if not all-time highs. I mean, we really think that this is all-time highs because if this is the fib that we're buying in, the low, the high, it needs to hit an extension. So we could obviously scale out of this, but we kind of want to leave a runner because there's another 3,000 pips on the top side. So, I mean, if you got the brass balls, that's an 8-to-1 trade if you want to hold that. I'm not going to. I'm not going to hold an 8-to-1 trade full TP, but fuck. Congratulations if you guys can. What I would see then is this. There's obviously a trend line sitting here, right? So you'd want to start taking your profit off in these areas here when it hits these tops, which is liquidity, because this could then be the swing marker to come back down. And so that's why you just leave a runner. You have to also think about swaps at that point because then that's a several day trade, and you might be getting eaten up by swaps. So we can take off this trend line because that's already been broken. Let me clear up some more of these brushes. We do want to leave this trend line here. Again, now this could be, guys, I need to get better, and this is straight off of Tom Hugard. I need to get better at entering winning positions. So if we do catch this trade right here, if we do catch this entry and we let this play out and it does break this trend line, that's probably another entry. I'd be looking to get in again. And I called it the same thing on this gold sell. I didn't take it because I didn't like the time of day. It was late last night going to Asian, so I was like, screw it, I'll just wait. But we did call that additional entry on there. So let's go over here. Da, da, da. And there's that arrow for that additional entry in targeting the double bottoms, which was 113 pips. So that came to us last night, but I didn't pull the trigger on that one. It's better safe than sorry. I'm sure some of you guys are curious about US30. Guys, do this too. What happened here? Ad stage. Do this. Make sure you're tracking your trades. Make sure you're logging and you know what's going on. So after pulling some numbers last night, I'm realizing the last month or two, I've been getting my ass kicked in US30. I've been doing really good at NASDAQ, okay at gold, but I've been getting smashed in 30. So it's like, okay, well, maybe I just need to stop trading 30 for a while. And so perhaps that's the case. I'm not even really fucking around with US30, to be honest with you, today. I haven't studied it in the last couple days. I'm not in the flow with it, so I'm not even gonna mess with it. I do see a trend line break there, but it has found this bottom. If it was me, again, this market is super bullish. There's a good spot right there. I'd be looking to buy there. Now, is it going to get there today? I don't think so, because look, now we've got this, right? This is just the way I think. We've got this. Oh, look at that. Is it a fucking miracle? This shit happens so much, guys. That right when I draw leg one, sell, break of structure, where's the TP at? 61.8. Final TP is right on our support resistance zone, right? Okay. Well, now let's wait for a TP. Let's wait for this pullback. So sell, break of structure. There's your previous all-time high. There's your sell zone. Let's see. I'm not sure if it's going to do it because it's breaking lower, but there would be the entry for the second leg, third leg. Go. There's that zone. That's too low. That is your 61.8 though. I mean, that is your 61.8 on the big fib. And, you could even probably pull a fib like this, and that's your 88.6. There it is, 61.8 and 88.6 and a TP extension and a previous support and resistance zone. So if you guys don't catch a sell up here on this pullback, then look for the buy once all this shit settles out down here. Right? I'm not fucking with it right now. I'm gonna concentrate on NASDAQ on this trend line break, and I'm gonna concentrate on buying this gold up here in a little bit. That's it. Anybody else have any questions? Any pairs they're looking at? Anybody? So maybe if I come to this web page and I click on a YouTube's here and I click on studio, maybe it'll show me how many people are in the studio over here. Go to content, go to live. Let's see if it'll show me. It says 0 views. Am I live? I'm pretty sure I'm live in stream. You trade FOMC. Well, that's just the minutes, right? That's just the minutes. So the FOMC's already happened. FOMC minutes. That's just them releasing, the notes, right? That's not the actual FOMC. The FOMC happened last week. Or like, yeah, I think it was last week. This week, next week. Can we go back? Let's see. The 22nd. What FOMC last Thursday? Let's see if it'll show us. Thursday, May 9th. Fed speech. I thought FOMC was like right here. Or was it interest May? I can't remember the fucking all the news is, man. CPI, I do remember that, trading that one. Fed Chout, I remember trading that. Okay, so let's just go back. Let's go back to this. So if those are just the minutes, that shouldn't be the FOMC. When is the actual date the FOMC comes out? You guys know? Still watching? Fed meeting calendars. FOMC January, March, April. So June 11th and 12th. So if it was on the 1st, they're just now releasing their minutes 22 days later. That seems odd. I thought it was quicker than that. June 11th and 12th. Yeah, so we got some time. Yeah, we got a little bit of time. But today it's just this home sales, which, you know, home sales are probably not going to be good because houses are slowing down, dude. No one's buying houses. But think about this. This is what I was talking to a realtor this weekend. If the Fed decides to cut rates just a little, a quarter basis point, whatever, the housing market and the mortgages will go down, right? You would think it's going to go from 7% or 8%, whatever it is, down to like 6% or whatever. It's going to go down. The housing market is going to go fucking bananas. Everyone's sitting on the sideline because they don't want to buy a house with 8% or 7% mortgage. It's not going to happen. I'm sitting on a fucking house right now with a lot of equity in it. And I would love to sell this house and move to the beach. But I'm not doing that because my fucking mortgage, the price of my house will be double or triple. And no, double. And my interest rate would be like 3 times as much. I mean, like below 3% interest rate. So why the heck? I'm like two something. So why would I mortgage out of this house and go for like a 7 or 8%? Fuck that. So there's probably millions of people just like myself, just like, you know what? I'll just stay in this house for now. Let that fucking interest rate come down just a little bit. Housing is going to go bananas. If you're selling, you're going to get top dollar because your housing is really going to skyrocket in price because the demand's going to be out of control. So so that's why, like, if we look back on NASDAQ and US30 over the last couple weeks, that's why everyone was thinking it was going to sell. Is because they were having rumors like, oh, it's rumored that it's going to we're going to lower interest rates by Q3 or Q4 this year. And everyone's like, okay, well, look, there's the break of structure, there's the pullback. This is going to fucking go down because of all the bullshit. Oh, now all of a sudden there's rumors. Oh, there's rumors. Screw you. That's pure market manipulation. Everyone thinks this shit's going to go down, and then it fucking went through the roof on quote unquote rumors. I remember watching Bloomberg being absolutely fucking dumbfounded, like, why the shit is the market pushing right now? And it's all because of quote unquote rumors. I think Andy and I were having that same conversation. We had like every indicator, every reason in the world to short the market the other day, and then the fucking quote unquote rumors came out. I remember Andy was shorting US30 after the 50% daily candle was being taken, and I was shorting it for like 9 other reasons, and we both got smashed. It is what it is. So again, we're watching paint dry now, 7:30, and waiting for gold. So we could come down to the smaller time frame and see if gold's even broken structure yet. So gold hasn't even broke structure yet, guys. There's no reason to panic. But this is what I see then. If you look at this kind of internal structure like this is 100% liquidity. Look at all these tops. This is going to get broken right now. I'm pretty damn sure of it. This gets broken. Now we can just automatically start to see, well, there's our 78, 88.6, which just happens to meet up with this 50% of some fib. I don't even know where the fuck that fib is. There's just a fib out there somewhere. That's 50% of it, right? Well, the bottom is probably wrong on that fib because this is a no bottom. It's probably over here, which is still very, very close to each other. So if you're wanting to scalp, by all means, wait for this to get broken. Come up here, find this 78, 88.6 area, which is also right here at the trend line, and take this back south to get to our entry. I'm not taking that trade personally. I want to take just the best trades, and I don't want to overtrade. So I'll sit on the sidelines and watch that one. But if the strategy works, in which I'm 100% confident it does, you should be able to find. This is something that maybe it's like a nuance. You need to, when you draw these fibs, and that fib is, where is that fib at? That probably needs to be from there to there, and there to there, 50%, 61.8. So that's 61.8. So we'll drop from here to here. 78.6 right in the middle, 61.8 is right in the middle, right? Which is also right where the trend line is. And then if we really come down, let's see if we can find, I mean, to be honest with you, I see this candle, but also see this one and this one too. So it might get a little bit deeper of a retracement, but you would think this candle right there would at least get hit. These are what I call virgin candles, right? This is a inequality in the market. It's just sold off. It has had no type of retracement. So this buy candle, there are people buying right here and buying right here and buying right there. And these buy candles, people are buying, 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 and the fucking market shit on them. It hasn't had a chance to come back and relieve all of this pressure. That's particularly this one. That's a bigger two. It'll come and get these ones later. But in the short term, I'd like to see this liquidity get broken, see this candle right here get tapped. And if that happens, that'll give us enough liquidity to push us all the way down to our level. Again, now the market knows we're thinking this. The market knows that everyone in the mom's sitting at 2,400. So maybe it's not going to give us this entry. It's very, very well, it cannot give us this entry. So then what do we want to do? Do we want to do two things? This is kind of the decision you have to make as a trader. Do we want to sell right here, which we could do, right? Or do we wait for this mark to come up right here, just like we're thinking, come down, just like we're thinking, and do we try to buy then in this area there? Because then if that does happen, you would pull the fib from here to wherever this is, and there's your 78.6, right? You would want to see if you could buy here. Maybe it doesn't give us, we'll wait for the RSI. RSI is oversold here, and we'll see. There's no sort of divergent, there's no sort of anything yet. So I think we're still early. Right? We'll just be patient. But I like the fact, this is just me talking. I want to come in here and I want to think about all this stuff now. I want to have all these plan A's and plan B's in my head so that I'm not waking up and just jumping on the charts and shaking a trade. Like that's the fucking recipe for disaster. So let's talk about that. Okay. Right here. Let's talk about this. In the Discord for Bored Apes and for Andy, I made a trading journal this weekend. So as you guys probably know, I'm reading books constantly. I'm always going for psychology type stuff. I'm always trying to get better at that game. And I do have a journal. I think it's in my backpack because I was traveling. I do have a journal that I write in. And the journal that I write in is just like, today I feel good. I'm grateful for this, grateful for that. Today I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be patient, blah, blah, blah. And then on top of that, I have the daily stoic, right? Now I don't write in the daily stoic journal per se. I was going to start doing that and I bought it to do that. I just write that stuff in my normal journal, which is over there. But I do try to read the daily stoic. I have not read it yet today. Perhaps we'll do that in about 1 minute. The point being is the journaling aspect, right? Everyone says you got to do it. I've done it. And when I do it, and when I do stay consistent with my morning routine, I am a much, much, much better trader. And that was evident at the beginning of the year. I lost like 15 pounds. My blood sugar was low. I was fucking murdering the charts. And then I started traveling. Springtime came up. I went to Denver for a while, hung out with some friends, went to Dominican Republic. I just got back. I went to Florida twice. I just got back from Florida yesterday. I haven't been 100%. And I have not been 100% with my fucking, look at this turnaround right here. One more. So I haven't been 100%. It is what it is. So I made the trading journal and I put that up on there, right? You guys need to get into journaling. And most important, getting into journaling is pull your data of your trades. And the one thing that was glaring to me when I pulled my data last night was I'm not doing well on Mondays and Tuesdays. Probably because I'm a fucking, I don't want to say I'm a killer, but I'm a fucking man. I'm an alpha Marine Corps type dude, and I'm probably need to be more patient. I'm a fucking, you know what I mean? I'm one of those guys. Let's go right fucking now. You're not driving fast enough. Get out of my way. Blah blah. I'm one of those. So I realized like, hey, dude, maybe I need to take it easy on Mondays and Tuesdays. Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, absolutely murdering it. US30, getting my ass handed to me. Gold and NASDAQ doing pretty good, doing really well in NASDAQ, getting my ass kicked a little bit on gold. Still profitable, but just, eh. So then you got to have a self realization like, hey, Dan, no more US30 for a while. Okay, cool. I'm not even, like you see today, I'm not even looking at it. And then guess what? Today's Wednesday. So hey, let's fucking take a trade today and see if we can't hold this for the next couple of days. And then hopefully that trade will go in, bleed into early next week, right? So you got to pull the data, you got to pull the journal. And I put that trading journal up there after reading, listening to several hours of Steve Ward and reading his book again the second time this weekend. I made the journal. It's out there for you guys for free. Instead of paying Steve Ward or paying someone money to do that journal, I put it on there as a PDF and I put the Excel on there. So you can go in there and modify it if you want, and then, or just print the PDF. So I'm going to start switching over into doing it this type of journal where I can print the pages out. I handwrite them. I'm going to put them in like a 3-ring binder or something and then keep them. And then at the end of every trade, I'm going to start printing these out. And this is something that I listened to Tom Hugard this weekend. And I've heard him say this before. Tom Hugard says, okay, well, I want to get really good at trading FOMC, for example, like, man, that's a tough name to say. Mr. Nikolsky said, sorry about that if I butchered your name. But he said, hey, like if I want to get better at trading FOMC, I need to look at the last 1,000 FOMCs or at least hundreds, and really figure out how the market goes. Maybe I'll mark off London session. Maybe I'll mark off previous New York highs and lows, where the day closed, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. But you start marking those things off. You start realizing how does FOMC move? How does CPI move? How do these things react in the market? So that's where the I don't want to say back testing, but that's where all that, it kind of just clicked in my head like, fuck, man, I need to really get, I need to pull the last several hundred FOMCs and figure that out. So with the journaling and with the looking at the market in those ways, it kind of opens your eyes to, if I'm trading against Tom Hugard, who's been doing this for 20 years and he's pulled the last 1,000 fucking FOMCs and he's got his game plan down, that's who my competition is. I need to be on that level. And no dissing to anybody, and I'm not gonna say the name out loud, but I saw a guy in the chat the other day. He's like, dude, I'm out. It's been 10 years, blah blah. I'm out. And the first thing that comes to my mind is like, hey, that sucks, and I sympathy for the guy, but but are you doing everything that you could have done, not strategy wise, but preparation wise? Are you getting up every morning? Are you exercising? Are you meditating? Are you journaling? Have you pulled the last 1,000 trades? What's your shape ratio look like? What's your win loss ratio look like? What's your best days? What's your best pairs? What's your best time? Have you done that? I mean, I listened to if I pull up on Twitter, Joaquim, something like that. I can't pronounce his name. It's fucking, he lives in Dubai. He's like, I've been trading for 8 years. And you listen to some of these people who are really good traders, and they'll tell you, I pulled my last 1,000 trades, and this is what my shape ratio was. And they've done all that crazy work, mathematical, analytical work. And if you want to be at that level, I need to step my game up too, by all means. And one thing that I did like when I was listening to the guy the other day, and we'll just use my strategy for example. He's like, if I take a trade here, what is my win loss percentages, right? So if the market goes up or if the market goes down, there's my stop loss. What's my win loss? And then he looked at what's the probability that it's going to hit the 236. Like what percentage is that? Let's just say 80. Okay, 80%. All right. What's the probability that's going to hit the 0? Right? What's the probability that it's going to hit this? Okay, well, we'll say if that's 80%, there's probably less than that. I don't know. Let's say 60% chance it's going to hit this one, and let's say 50% chance it's going to hit this one or whatever, right? So in his mind, it's like, well, I need to take off the majority of my position here, right? So that I know that 80% of the time I'm booking this amount of profit. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I don't have all the math figured out in my head. I'm just spinning off the top of my cuss, but you get the idea. We need to start pulling all of our trades. We need to start pulling all of our data on where we enter. What is our win loss for entering here in this strategy? And then what is the probabilities it's going to hit our other levels, right? And we need to start taking TPs on this. And then, of course, you want to leave a runner. So what I've started doing then is 236 right here, 50% of my entry. So this way I know that I have a good percentage as of right now that I'm going to hit here. I'm going to book half my position, which will cover my stop loss. All right. Put a little bit of money in the bank and give me my next trade for free. I'm putting something in the bank. The next TP would then be here at the 0. All right. Again, now I'm going to take 50% of the what's left over, which is technically 1/4. All right. And then I'm going to leave the other quarter running. So that's what I'm going to start doing as far as how I'm going to start looking to take profit. Um, the only exception to that I can imagine is that if um, it's super bullish and the thing's just fucking going. If we get into a trade and then it prints just the monstrous candle, then perhaps I wait and I don't take TP so quick. All right. So again, guys, this hasn't even broken structure. So we're still just chilling, waiting to see if we can get this. Now, again, these Elliott waves work on this time frame too, guys. Look, there's the first push. There's the second push. There's an entry on the 78.6 if you're trying to long. There's a long. We're looking for it to come back up in here, right? To take out this liquidity. So just to show, again, I don't do this because I want to save my brain waves for the good shit. There's your second leg. There's your 78.6. What did I tell you guys a million times? Gold loves the 78.6. It's literally right there in front of your face, even on the small time frames, to the pip. Maybe there's a half a pip difference right there, right? There's the top of that candle. There is the bottom of this candle right there. Yeah, look, perfect. So again, it's just this is how you scout. The first wave didn't give us the entry, right? The second wave did. 78.6. There's your stop loss. Where's your TP? 236. It hasn't hit it yet. And the only bad thing about doing it on a time frame like this is that you have your spread. So your spread could kick your ass here. But I mean, I bet even if we come down and we watch, we'll break this down on a 1 minute time frame since we don't have an entry. Okay, so there it is. Why did it come back down to this 78.6? Well, look at this. There's that. There's those virgin candles. Here's the kissing candle. So we know we have a strong impulsive move. What's going to continue us to go bullish, right? Doesn't this shit make sense? Look, break of structure here. There's the structure. There's the break of structure. It did not give us a full pullback. No big deal. There's the second leg. There's a 78.6. Now let's see. Now look at this. There is nothing touching this area. Look at this fair value gap right here. It's giving us confidence that the fair value gap is going to get filled in. So we could have, I didn't, I'm not going to, but we could have jumped into a trade there and said, well, we need to at least take profit there. And again, if we do the fib, that's your 236 right there on the 236. So we could have taken TP1 there, right there. That's not a very good risk reward, 1.6. But again, when you're only risking this many pips, 20 pips, you really want to see this up here get broken and hit that. Now you're looking at a better risk reward of 4.36 to 1. So we have reasons for it to go up. We see there's a strong impulse. This is just a pullback. We're not even completed the Elliott wave yet. Use this same type of thinking on the bigger time frames, on the other stuff. At least giving you reasons to understand why the market's flowing. Order blocks, liquidity, the whole 9 yards. So we're not there yet. And where are we at on NASDAQ? Thank you for looking at the journal. I appreciate it. Again, we're not in this trade yet. So if you see that in the red or whatever, don't trip. We're just moving the entry around. So it hasn't broken structure. So we're just waiting for it. All right, we're waiting for it. Since we have a few minutes of downtime and gold's not doing shit and NASDAQ's not there yet, let's look at our good old crypto because I'm going to start getting more into this crypto. I like to look at it off the bat at the daily. Again, look at the 78. Okay, look at there. Look, it hasn't completely filled in this fair value gap, and it hasn't hit this order block, and you also have the other gigantic fair value gap right here, right? I mean, look at that. Top of these candles, the bottom of these candles is all buys. There's nothing in here. That needs to get taken out. And I don't know if it's going to, but I did call out the break of structure buy right there, right? Now we're in the 78.6. So now what would you want to do to see if this is actually going to hold is come back down to maybe like the 30-minute or something and then play this game. All right. Has it broke structure? I mean, that's kind of like an order block if you ask me, and it hasn't really broken that yet. So I'm not 100% confident that it's going to start selling off now. This could just be the pullback for the first. So then if you want to really catch the pullback, right, we just do the same thing over and over again. You play this here. If that's the first leg of the break of structure, if it is, let's just play this little second leg right here, right? We could jump there. Look at this liquidity. Now that we think about this, look at this liquidity right here. So we're not going to enter at liquidity. We're not going to enter at the 78.6. Maybe we'll enter at the 88.6 or just right above it. You have a small stop loss. And then now if you catch this entry, what did I say? Like, you're not guaranteed that it's going to come all the way down here, especially on Bitcoin with this market. But it'd be nice to have a runner come catch this 3,000, 2,000 pips, whatever it is, right? So you'd want to play the smaller time frames and take your profit where you can. But that's one of those ones where you could leave a runner because you know that there's a lot of grass that needs to be taken down below. So if that is the true breaker structure, which I think is just finding support right now, let's see what it does. It could even probably break just a little bit below this. Like if it breaks and comes down to this line, the moving average, and then we can measure that pullback because then the fib would look more like this, and then your 88.6 is right there, and then we take the trade. Again, waiting for it to show itself to you and catch the pullback. But I'm really interested in so a lot of the people that I'm talking to in my NFT crypto thing says that Ethereum, holy shit, well, called that trade out. Look at that too. There's my trend. There's my line. Holy fuck stick. That'd have been a trade. Ooh, there's the fucking line. I had it when I said when it broke, it's gone. There it is. There's your 1, 2, 3 Elliott wave, third touch. Boom, gone. All right. Well, that's over with. I'm really into Solana. There it is too. Break, gone. Really into Solana. The NFT guys. So since we have this time here, I'm not sure if any of you guys are even fucking watching, but you guys need to go on here and buy a Bored Ape Solana Club. All right. This is the Bored Ape. I have my own section here, as you can see, just like I do in Andy's Pip Connect. But you buy a Bored Ape, then you get access to their Discord. Okay. And when you have access to their Discord, you then have access to the whole community, the white sheets, and all the other stuff to get into other early entries into other projects, right? And if you can mint them at less than 1 Solana, and then the floor comes out at 2 or 3 Solanas, you really have a chance to double up on your money. Now you got to do your diligence, but if you're in a community like this, these guys know each other, right? And this is how you start getting into these guys. You start looking at their Twitter and you start chatting and you figure out what's really going on in the NFT in the community and that's driving the crypto prices. And you could really start to come up, man. These guys also give stuff away like Taco Tuesday. If you have an ape that has a certain fucking look or a certain head or whatever, see these guys pizza. Like if you have one that has a pizza, they give away pizzas on Wednesdays. All right. They give away sushis on Thursday. If you have like the samurai looking one, where's the one with the samurai headband or whatever? There you go. Yeah. If you have the one that has the headband, they give away sushi dinner. Right. If you have one that has there's a one here for like movie night or whatever. I thought that was Thursdays, but there's one like if you have like 3D glasses or whatever. Point being, buy a Bored Ape, get into the community, learn more about NFTs, learn more about the space. Right? And then that is Solana. So when it comes to Solana, I know some pretty big fish in the game, and they're like, Ethereum is kind of died out because Bitcoin now. I'm not sure if you guys know what ordinals are and runes on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin, they've figured out a way to put programs and basically encode stuff on Bitcoin like they used to do, or not used to do, but like they do on Solana and whatnot. So now Bitcoin is all about NFTs and stuff. So Bitcoin Not only is it a Bitcoin, but now they've figured out ordinals and runes on how to program on top of Bitcoin. So there's really no need for some of these other ones, right? Solana's still good. Basically, I'm just trying to say that the Bitcoin fucking world is this next cycle is really going to be strong on Bitcoin, especially because they have the NFTs now. So that's just my own personal thing. That's not advice. It's just what I'm hearing. Just what I'm hearing. And so I picked up some more Bitcoin NFTs a couple days ago, and I'm looking to get into a few more. And I'll be probably buying those later today or tomorrow. Do we have any questions? Is there anybody in the chat? It says there's one person in here, but I think there's more than that. I don't know why it's not showing me how many people are actually in here, but it says there's one in here, but there's a bunch of you guys in the chats. If you guys have any questions, you guys want to look at any NFTs? You guys have any questions about NFTs? I mean, we're kind of waiting for paint to dry here because we're waiting for our entry. So this is the life of a trader. Um, it is just me. You're the only one in here. Okay, DC's here. I don't know why this fucking thing's telling me that there's no people in the chat. So usually there's like a little eyeball and it shows me how many people are in here. And I'm afraid if I refresh the screen, it's just going to cut the whole screen. I got to start over from scratch, and I don't want to do that to you guys. So, yeah, let's look at Goldilocks on the 3 minute and see if we can figure out what the f it's doing. So there's your first push. There's your second push. I'm still waiting for this TP on the third push, and it probably hopefully take this out, and that'll give us the drive on market open in the next 30 minutes to find our entry. So, okay. So Mr. Wisconsin said he's studying the NFTs. So with the NFT game, my best suggestion is to find a good project. Now, I personally can vouch for Bored Apes. All right, personally, and the reason why I say that is because of this. All right, this is Bored Ape, and we got some time to kill, so bear with me. The charts aren't going anywhere. Okay, and you come in here and it says meet the team. All right, meet the team, and you scroll up to the very very top, and there's the owner, Dak. Dak Days, aka, or his name's Austin Collins, aka Dak Days. There he is, right? Come to my personal messages, and there's Dak Days, right? Him and I talk all the time for years. He has been my mentor to show me, and look at how far these go back, to show me um fibs. He really got me dialed into fibs. I mean, look how far back we're going. All right, so now we're in 2023, and so over 423, and we're still got more to go, right? We're still got more to go. It's been years. I've been knowing the dude for years, and look at the charts, look at the markups, and look at how I'm doing fibs back in the old days, right? So basically, you get the idea that I know him personally. I've met him live. I've had dinner with him, right? We're into the NFT stuff together. Um, yeah. So, and on top of that, I'm not sure. Let's just go to this one here. Let's go to this here. Let's go to this here. He also owns this company. Um, see if we don't want this page. We want the other one, which is okay, profile. Yeah, this is the right profile, right? Oh no. We want to switch profiles. Okay, how do we switch profiles? This motherfucker. Profile. Hmm. What is it? Upload, remove. Nope. Okay, let's go back home. Notifications. I don't care about notifications. Anyways, what I was going to show you was his. He owns a company called 5strand. 5strand. Yeah, 5strands.com. So he owns this company. There it is. Right. I've taken his test. I've done it. My wife's done it. I'm pretty sure my mom's done it. My best friend's done it. You send in a hair sample, and he tells you what your body um, processes good and does not process good. So basically, you go to Amazon, you can buy this kit. They ship it to you. It comes in a pre-packaged pouch. You cut some hair off. You put it back in the bag. Send it to them. They give you the test results, and yeah, it comes back right. So then, if you come to YouTube and type in 5strand. I didn't mean for this to be a STR 5 strands right here. I didn't mean for this to be an infomercial for my boy, but there's 5 strands. You could see everything about it, and it does it for dogs. And there he is. Look, there he is. How to register my kit. There's Austin right there. So he's my homeboy. He's been super good to me. We chat all the time, and yeah. And just as I clicked on YouTube a minute ago, hey, look, there's my wife's cousin on her YouTube channel. So yeah, there she is right there. So I can personally vouch for them. You can buy that NFT, and then as Solana goes up, your NFT should also go up, and the whole 9 yards. So you come on here. Let's just go back. We're still checking the calendar. Go to Magic Eden. We'll let that load up here. So Magic Eden is the website that you can buy NFTs on, and you can buy you can buy Bitcoin's NFTs, you can buy Solana NFTs, whatever, right? That's where this collections and runes comes in. But here's the apes, right? So if you wanted to come in here and you wanted to buy an ape, this is where you do it. So the price right now is 2.62. So if Solana is at like 100 and what 60, 100 something dollars, you can obviously do the math and figure out how much one of them cost. $177. So for a couple $100, you can get into the Bored Ape. And again, you track the Bored Apes kind of like you do charts. You can come in here, and I don't know why it's supposed to say over here chart analytics. You can come over here to the analytics, and you can see the floor prices, and you can see the prices, and you know what I'm saying. So like, there's a lot going on. You can evaluate just like you could a chart, right? You come right here to chart. Actually, I'm sure if you click right here, it'll give you, yeah. Long story short, you come up here when it comes to NFTs, and you can see what time is good to buy, what time is good to sell, blah blah blah. And yeah, if you have any more questions about that, make sure to hit me up. But this is something you guys should buy while we're sitting here bullshitting, waiting for the chart to do what it wants to do. Let's go to Twitter real quick. Let's go to NFTs. Let's go back to Magic Eden main screen. Let's come here to Twitter. This is my buddy who lives down the street to me, who's like super into fucking NFTs. We come to messages right here. Pixel Rainbow. What is he saying? He's saying these are the ones, dude. Bitcoin puppets, node monkeys, ordinal maxi bins, and quantum cats. Yeah, I think he says that quantum cats is probably the one. Quantum cats and or Ovian the most. So quantum cats, right? So if you come into quantum cats, go over here to Bitcoin. I'm not sure if it's an ordinal or if it's a rune, but you could put in here Q. There's the node monkeys right there. Quantum cats right here. Oh shit, that's kind of expensive. 0.325 BF 0.325 bitcoins. How much is that? 0.325. So right now it's at let's just call it 70,000. Let's just say 70,000 times 0.325. So that's is that $22,000 each? Is that correct? 70,000 times 0.325. $22,000 for that fucking NFT. Jesus Christ, I'm not buying that, dude. I'm not dropping fucking 20 grand on one NFT. 1,000, 500 something. But Jesus Christ, I'm not dropping 20 Jesus. My fucking price of my paying my boat off for that much money. 1, 2. Let's see if we'll get this third touch, and this fucker will turn it around and give us our entry. And look, the RSI is coming up here on the oversold side, so we might actually have something coming up in a little bit. We might have something coming up. Okay. There we go. So tomorrow, guys, we'll give out we'll give out that $10,000 account tomorrow. I wanted to get back in the saddle today. I'd buy that in a heartbeat. Okay. Checking my text messages. I'm starting to study. I thought you already said that, so that's not correct. Okay. So are we still waiting for the NAS? Okay, so let's see if we can break down NAS. and perhaps we can find a scalp on this fucker since we're bored sitting here. Again, that's the wrong attitude. You shouldn't trade just because you're bored, right? Don't listen to that. But if you can say that that is a break of structure, now I do not like this double top. I do not like the double top, but it is what it is. There's liquidity. There's the 88.6. The market opens. We still have 30 minutes, dude. We're still super early. This is a problem with getting on the charts at 7 in the morning. If you don't catch that 7:30 trade, you're stuck for a fucking hour. Yeah, I don't really dig this with this much liquidity sitting right next to that 88.6, um, and this double top sitting here. Yeah, I don't really dig that. So I'm not going to take that short. I want to be selective. I need to wait for a clear break and go. So we're going to set our hands on that one. But we are divergent still. But this is another thing that I've noticed. When the RSI gets this low, right, that's telling me that it still has room to come back up, which tells me it still has room to go higher. So I'm not jumping all over this trade just yet, especially with the RSI that low. Now, that is different. If this RSI, see how this is the top and this is the top. If this RSI was right on the 70, right on the top of the purple, then it'd be a different story. But it's not. It's telling me it's got room to grow. So we're chilling. We're still chilling. And look at how that last 30-minute candle closed on gold. That was negative. So Goldilocks, let's come down to the small time frame and see what she's doing. So it looks like she's just kind of holding on to this kind of a trend, right? High, high, and it's selling back off. So that told me then that they went and got whatever liquidity this was right here. I don't think it's done though. I still think if that's going to be the quote unquote liquidity, it needs to come and get this. But actually, if you think about that, let's revise my statement. This is that order block right there that led. That's the order block that led to this good sell off, and it did touch the bottom of that order block. So that could have been the extra juice that it needed now to break through. And that's the one, that's the two. It didn't touch the third. So I mean it did have somewhat of an Elliott pullback. We're not this is the patience game. This is where we're trying to take the best entry. And it hasn't presented itself yet. It has not broke up here. It has not broke the liquidity up here. So we're not ready to short. I'm not shorting here because again, we're in this no trade zone area. And we're not ready to buy yet because it hasn't broke structure. So there's no reason to do anything. We're pre-market. It's 8:04. We got 30 minutes. I'll tell you what, give me about 5 seconds. I'm gonna go say hi to my daughter. I don't even know what the hell. Returning in a few. There we go. Hit enter. My dog is going fucking bananas, jumping all over me. Give me 1 second. Let me let this damn dog out and say hi to my daughter. I'll be back. Oi, 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 oi. Get out. What? Hello. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm back. Back to early. My daughter's already eating. You guys have any other pairs you want to look at real quick while we're just sitting here watching paint dry? Give me a second. I got some emails here I gotta check. Please read John. I don't understand what the hell that means. Got more work coming in. Okay. Maybe GJ and GU. Yeah, we can look at those for show. For show. All right. So let's pull up this guy. All right. And let's reset. We don't care about 30. And we'll reset this. So we'll have that there, and we'll look over here at GJ's. I don't even know where GJ is on my. Is it green list or cyan? Is it green? GJ. Here we go. All right. Let's zoom out. No, we don't want a copy price. Let's go back out to like the daily. No. G pound news is like I'm not up in the morning for that shit. I'm not a London trader, dude. People who trade London session, oh my gosh, look at this fucking bottoms here. Let me just delete all this. No, I don't trade London news because London traders are like, oh, we'll catch 20 pips or 25 pips. It's like I can't wake up at 3 in the morning, or at least not at my stage of trading. Wake up at 3 in the morning for fucking 25 pips. It's just I don't know. Been trying to trade those. I've noticed that I need to pay attention to the trend lines as well as fibs. I've had a few trades go south because I wasn't paying attention to the 4 hour, daily trends. Yeah, exactly. So again, we're on the daily. Pretty obvious, right? The only thing on the daily though is you've got this big ass wick, and so it's filling in the wick. It's pretty obvious. We can mark off the top of the wick, and I'll use the magnifying glass when I do this. Look at gold sinking right before the news. All right, guys. So we need to pay attention to gold. We want to get in down here. I do not have a limit, but we do want to pay attention as gold might happen in the next 20 minutes. We're going to pay attention to this. We're going to look at. We're going to keep one eye on that. We're going to keep one eye on Nasdaq too. All right, Nasdaq's got some walls. So you guys keep an eye on Nasdaq for me. And I'm going to put this chart on gold. If Nasdaq breaks that trend line, actually, I have an alert set. Don't worry about that. We have an alert. All right, what I was saying then is you could do this a couple different ways, right? You mark off the top. I put on my magnifying glass so that I'm precise in this, and then I mark off that, right? So that is 50% of the overall wick. All right, 50%, and that's where we're at now. So just keep that in mind. All right, we don't need to get crazy. We could also do this fib, but with the bullish momentum, I'm not looking for that, but it is rejecting the 88.6, right? So let's do this. We'll put a little box, and that's top is our 88.6. Now let's come to the 4 hour. Let's reset this. All right, we're super bullish. And there's no reason right now to short GJ. Too late to buy. There's no reason to short it, right? Let's come down to the 1 hour. And so what you're going to have to wait for is a clear break of structure. If this is structure there, undo the magnifying glass. We're going to need to wait for a clear break of structure, close down here, then pull your fib, wait for that pullback, and then catch it down. It's the safest trade. Now, again, this is not one of those ones where it's super sketchy. I'm not going to say don't try to swing for the fences because it could be a swing trade. I mean, that could be the entry because last time it hit right there. Look at how far it went down. So then that could be the entry. I don't think it is. So be aggressive in your take profits and then leave a runner. I wouldn't think that would be the one. But you could say, okay, well, look at this fib. I mean, look at this wick. Like that wick should probably get filled, and this would be the spot where it'd want to hold for support. And then again, you've got like this little area right there. So maybe your TP, TP1 in this area, which is the top of this, right? 1, 2, and then you leave a runner to see if you can hit here. And then again, you trail your stop loss the whole way down. And then probably in this area, you start to look for buys. Safer to have buys. If you're going to take a sell on GJ, wait for that structure to break right there, pull the fib the pullback, and then go south. All right, that's just my idea on GJ. Safer because of how bullish it is. GU, whatever trade I called out in GU, fucking smash profit. Oh, maybe it didn't. Maybe it lost right there. But okay, let's delete all this. Let's just delete all this. Delete it all. Delete it all. GU daily. Okay. So we're kind of in this fuck around zone, right? For GU. We're in this fuck around zone. So you don't really know if it's bullish or if it's bearish, right? Like, so bears retracement sold off, but it's kind of weird. It's like, well, is it holding this as support, which is obvious? And is this the bottom, or is this the top and this is a retracement to go back south? It's kind of a tough call on that one, right? So the only way I would play this is let's just go down to the smaller time frames and see if we can't figure this out. Now we have a 1 push, 2 push, 1 push, 2 push, 3 push, 1, 2. All right. On GU, got knocked out on the spike this morning. Okay, so let's look at this on like a 4-hour and see if we can figure out these Elliott waves and where it's going to turn around. All right, so there's a good fib right here. There's a good move. I don't really like the fact that it didn't come down enough, so let's not use that. Well, Dak would say start from the bottom, all right? And you have not had a healthy retracement up until there. So there's your first fib. All right, now here's something I don't explain enough because it's not 100% my style, but this is Austin's style. If you're going to draw a fib and you start obviously at the bottom, like that's obviously the bottom. What you're looking for is a good retracement of 50%. So if we draw it from here to there, that's a 236. That's not good. From here to there, not good. From this top, it comes down to there. That's a 382. That's not enough. From this top, it then retraces all the way down to at least the 50. Okay. So now this fib is locked in place. That fib is not moving. It's a done fib. All right. Because it had a healthy retracement. So then what did he say? He says you start here. All right. Now we got to break this high. So where's the next high? Right here. Well, that's not a good pullback. So this is the fib then. Okay. So in terms of Elliott waves, you now got one, and this is now the second leg. So the safest bet would be to now just as we're doing this, look at this. All right. The safest bet would be to wait for this. Look at this liquidity right here. And that's the safest bet. Right? Enter right there. Have your stop loss. Have your TP. And then again, what's that blue line? The blue line is the top of this area. So then if we fib this, that's probably the 78, 88.6 area right there, which is right in your sell zone, at the top of your sell zone. Look for sells, right? So that's what I would do if I was trading GU. Wait for this to come down, and if it gives you the entry, take it long. Look to scale out of your position at this double top. Look to scale out in this area. But really, you'd want to see if you could get out there because it might turn around and flip back south. And it makes sense. Does that not make sense? Elliott wave. 1, 2, 3. Turn around. That's what I say on GU. Hope that makes some sense. And just take that, take that approach on anytime you're marking up a chart. Take that approach and just, this what seems to make sense. This what's, the market seems to be doing this. So we're going to put this here. And next week or next month or whatever, when someone asks me about GU, I'll be like, all right, well, that's what I said the entry was, and that's what I said the TP was, and let's just see if it hits. I don't know. We'll come back to it. The gold again. Look at gold is selling, right? It did not. It broke structure again. If you're a trend liner, it broke structure. So if you were a scalper, then you would be trying to catch that pullback and take it back down. I'm not fucking around with the 3-minute chart and scalping right now. I'm just gonna wait. It's 8:15. We got 15 more minutes. Let's see if we can get this entry down here. Yeah, no worries, man. That's why I'm here. Thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. That's all I ask, guys. I don't sell anything. I'm not even proclaiming to be one of these fucking badass trading gurus who fucking, you know, I'm not even claiming to be that. I'm just claiming to be a fucking guy who comes on here, tries to trade, try to get better, try to learn the better markets everybody. There's not a Lambo out front. I'm not fucking living in a mansion somewhere. So I'm not pretending to be a fucking guru. None of the stuff that some of these other guys are trying to do. I'm not fake. I'm a fucking 44-year-old guy with a daughter in the living room eating eggs and bacon right now. Right. And I'm just trying to fucking come up just like the rest of you guys are. And my idea is that maybe I know just a little bit more than you guys do. Just one thing. And if that's the case, and you can learn one thing from me from the years that I've been trading, then good to go. If you can't, and you're a better trader than I am, then I'm super proud for you. And yeah, so that's why I don't charge. Well, I mean, I don't charge because I don't think it's not ethical, right? I don't know if the word ethical is correct, but in my logbook, right, in my goals and the things that I want to do is I want to give back, right? So if I could take things from Austin and from Andy and from Mario and from Stefano and the mentors that I've had, I'm not mentioning fucking dickhead Roy and that. If I could take something from those guys, I would then pass that on to you guys, and that's my way of giving back. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm a veteran. I was in the Marine Corps. I'd like to get to the point where I'm a really good trader and I've got millions of dollars and I can make an impact and I can really show other people, on the psychology coaching side and on the trading side. And I'm a veteran. I'd like to do that with veterans coming out. There's a lot of people who are disabled vets who don't have legs, or this and that, or maybe they have PTSD or whatever. And these people still need to make a living because living off the VA, you lose an arm, you don't get a lot of money. It's not like you can just fucking live the rest of your life without a fucking hand. That shit sucks. Hard to get a job, and it's hard for these people. But so if I can teach them how to trade and how to become financially independent, then that's what I'm going to do. This is probably a fucking entry. Yeah, I just put everything out there. Exactly. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. Just trying to fucking take some trades and learn. I mean, I can learn from you guys, man. Honestly, I see this as we'll have to wait. But if this candle is going to reject like this, it hasn't broke structure. But look at this order block. I mean, this might be the buy opportunity. But again, we don't need all the trades. We just need the best trades. And right now, that's not. I mean, it's kind of tough. I see this as pure liquidity zone, and I think the liquidity needs to get taken out. I do not play triple bottoms like you could play double bottoms, right? I do not play triple bottoms. No. So I'm gonna stay true to myself and not get FOMO right now. I want to catch this trade. Right? And if I don't catch it, oh well. Today's only Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Because listen, two things are gonna happen. It's gonna come down here and we're gonna get in a trade and we're gonna win or we're gonna lose it. Or we don't get in a trade because this pops off. And if it does pop off, okay, well, tomorrow I'll wait for a pullback and then we'll catch it. So if it's not today, then hopefully it'll be tomorrow. What is NASDAQ doing? My alarm hasn't gone off on NASDAQ, so I don't think NASDAQ's done anything. It's finding this top, though. It's finding the top. It needs to clear that liquidity. It needs to clear that liquidity. See how it's finding it as resistance? It's finding it as resistance. I'd like it to come up a little bit higher. Like I'd like it to peak up in this area, clearing all this. Right now, it's finding its resistance. I like it to clear it, but then hold this as the swing marker, and then adios amigos. But with it being so bullish, there's no way in fuck I'm selling this until it breaks structure. I mean, honestly, if it breaks, I mean, if it breaks this, you might as well just buy. I'm not a breakout trader, but I mean, you wouldn't be wrong, right? And every time people will be like, "Oh, that's an all-time high. Oh, that's an all-time high," right? Well, look what happens when it broke. I don't, that's probably a bad example, but here, there, it's been breaking. It's been breaking and going. Perhaps this is a better example here. Boop. I'm not a breakout trader, but I think that was maybe the news day last week that got us. I don't know. All right, so Nasdaq's not doing anything. We got to concentrate on Goldie. I've been having a lot of luck with Nasdaq, so I should probably concentrate on Nasdaq more than gold. But I just think that the gold trade is in a better position today, and I'm in shorts. I mean, I'm still have this runner going. I don't. I guess you could call it a runner. It's 50%. I still have 50% open over here, right? I'm still in that trade. And so right now we're looking at where's my little dealie here? We're currently looking at 200 pips in profit. Yeah, that makes sense. If this is a 31 and this is 11, that's 200 pips. Yeah, so we're 200 pips in profit. To be honest with you, this is probably where I should probably take. Let me zoom out and see if this is where I should TP to. Give me 1 second here. I mean, it's not bad to TP to right here. Take another half. What do you guys put in the chat? Should I TP2 here? TP2. Should I TP2 this right now? After this resistance zone. It hasn't broke structure though. It hasn't broke structure. But I mean, as of right now, that's a 5-to-1 trade. If I TP it right now, that's a 4-to-1 on that second TP. Again, my first TP was up here. I think I kind of bitched out a little bit and took the first TP. Hey, it's a 2-to-1 trade though, right? If I took half, it's a 1-to-1. And then if I, now it's definitely a 2-to-1. Do it. You think I should TP to it right now? I mean, it is at some pretty good support. News is in 6 minutes. Man, maybe okay. How about this? How about instead of TP2ing it, I'm just going to move my stop loss down to what the profit would have been, and now I still have it open to go. How about that? So now my stop loss is half. And that's some interesting thinking that I don't think people recognize enough, and that's something that I do. Man, I don't know if I've ever even said this until now. Think about this: if I TP2 right now, half my money is gone, right? Without a doubt. But let me put that back on there. But if I move my stop loss to right above this, because if it breaks this, it maybe it's gone. But if I move my stop loss to right there, right, my trade is still open to go. And I still have the opportunity to make more money. Or if it comes against me, I'm out and I take that money. So I'm leaving it open and I'm trailing my stop loss. And I put it just above the wick, to be honest with you. Put it right there. Um, yeah, that's if it comes against me, hey, I'm out. There's my money. If it fucking tanks, I'm still in making more money. I'm giving myself the opportunity to keep on with the trade. And I think that's the better call for now. We haven't really broken this yet. I'd like to see this break. I mean, technically that is a break below, but it's not like pretty. I kind of want it to break below and come down here and find this. We'll see. We can look at on the 5 minute, and it hasn't broken structure yet. That's another reason why I'm still in this trade. It hasn't broken any of the structure. It hasn't broken it. It's still setting higher highs. I mean, lower highs and lower lows. Right? Low, low. I mean, excuse me, highs, whatever. Right? It's still going down. So I think we're good. And maybe let me delete this. I don't care. I can delete this as well. I don't care. And that's something that you guys can. I know we were talking about GU a minute ago, but if you just pull out this tool right here, the standard deviation tool, and you look at a certain time frame, whatever time frame you're trading in, I mean, it shows you where the trend is. It's pretty obvious, and it also shows you it's not Bollinger Bands, but it shows you where the tops and bottoms are. Right? I know we can't see it on gold because all this shit's in the way, but I do like using the standard deviation, especially if I'm looking at the DXY. So if you guys are going to be trading uh, dollar pairs or whatever, if you look at the DXY, what I'll do on here is, again, just let me delete all this because I have no idea what's on there. Go back out to the daily, right? Come back out to the daily, and then I will pull this standard deviation trend, from this consolidation zone to, let's say, where we're at now, and we can see we're right in the middle. So it's kind of like 50-50. What's the dollar going to do, right? It's on a downward swing now, right? It's on a downward swing, but again, is that the bottom of the trend line? It looks like it is. So if GU is at the bottom of the trend line, which it definitely is at the bottom of the trend line, that's a fucking perfect trend line, to be honest with you. Let's delete this. So if you're going to be a GU trader or any of the U's for that matter, me personally, I like UJ. I really killed it last year on UJ. I just stopped trading it because I got more into gold and Nasdaq. One, one, two, three, one, two, and that's even like an Elliott wave on the way down. One, two. There's your third touch right on the trend line. So then, if this is going to buy up, the U's are going to go up, right? So GU is then going to go down. UCAD will go up. UCHEF will go up. UJ will go up, right? EU will go down. GU will go down because they're on the flip side. So what did we say earlier? GU, we're now at this time where you might be able to find a turnaround. Because look at how this on GU was going up, right? At the same time, that's because this was going down, right? But now we're at a turnaround spot. So GU might be at that turnaround spot where it's going to start to sell off. This is, again, adding confirmations, adding ideas to your trade. So if you fib this, then, like we said earlier, we are now almost or damn near in your turnaround spot. And also on the daily, look, you're overbought on the RSI. Now we do have a little bit more room. So perhaps you're going to get a little bit higher. I guess that's where you need to go look at the British pound and go look and see what it's doing with its news. But, perhaps you hold on to a little bit longer and wait for this 236, this 886, and the 61.8 right here to hit. That's up to you. Right. But you do see that the U could be turning around, and you get that from the DXY. Maybe this will make one more little dip down and touch this trend line, and that'll give you your entry. I don't know. It's just a guess. But I mean, that could be it, because that could be the first little turnaround, come back down, touch it, and that could be the first leg of your Elliott wave, and there we go. Right. So use the DXY to your advantage. And again, when I use the DXY, I like to pull out a standard deviation tool. And I think it's set to 2. Yeah, 2 and -2 is on my standard deviation. If you do 1 and 1, it's a little too tight. So I like to use 2 and 2. And I find that when I use 2 and 2, that it's pretty accurate on the tops and the bottoms. Right? 1 and 1's too tight. So there's a couple things that I said this morning that I don't normally say. The trailing stop loss information, the standard deviation tool, especially on the DXY. A little extra sauce this morning, I guess. I'm on a roll. I haven't done any videos in a week. I've been in Florida, you know. So here we go. Here's our sell. Here we go. Here we go. Market is now open. It is now selling. Out of curiosity, let's look and see where the London sessions were. Okay. So the bottom there, top of the London is way down here. Let's see if we can come down here and snipe this entry. All right. Our ears are perked up. We are ready to go. We are going to try to snipe this gold entry. We have one oversold. So this should now, if the Lords are with us this morning, this should break and come a little bit lower than this purple, right? Which will give us this divergent and then pull back up. It hopefully will find this, or maybe even find this as liquidity, and then give us a third touch. And that's our entry then. And then by then, this will RSI will come up and then it'll come back down right on the purple and then go. So we're going to be a little bit more patient here, but another 15 minutes or so, hopefully, we're going to sit here and watch this, and hopefully we can catch this fucker. What's NASDAQ doing? NASDAQ's pushing up. Okay, good. Look, NASDAQ's taking that liquidity out. That's what we wanted to see. All right. We wanted to see that take the liquidity out so that it has the nuts to go down, to go south. I'm going to put a line right there so we know where the top is, just for our visual reference. But this maybe will hold then as, so I mean, if you wanted to be super sketchy, you could sell it right now. If you wanted to be super sketchy and try to catch this sell, now would be the time to do it. Right now. Matter of fact, fuck, I want to sell it right now, dude. Let's sell it. All right, I'm gonna go in for like, I think I normally do like a full lot. Let's see, it's pushing up. No, if I do a full lot, I'm just gonna do like a half lot. 0.5. Let's do a half lot. Let's go. I'm gonna look at the 1 minute and see what the 1 minute looks like. I mean, that's divergent and it's in our top. It's in our support. Fuck it. Let's go sell. All right, I'm in NAS for half lot right now. I'm gonna put my stop loss right here at 18767, 18767. And we'll see. It's not a whole lot of risk. 18767. I should have went for a full lot. All right. With that, I'm gonna go for another one. Another sell. All right. So I'm in two positions. Now I'm in for a full lot. 18767. All right. We're in for a full lot. I'm gonna, since I have two entries, let's stagger the TPs. Let me come back out to see where our TPs need to be. And we'll see. We're not in for a fucking very many pips at all. Undo that. Let's just delete that fib. I don't give a shit. Let's make TP on one of these half lots right in the middle of this. Right in the middle of this zone, right there. That's the two Londons. See how the London opens here, London closes there. So we'll call that TP1, which would also be, I'm guessing, the extension of this first sell-off, right? Close enough, right? So let's just call it right there, just for safe sakes. 18662, 18662. Take profit. 18622, 18662. Right there. And I'll leave the other one running. All right. We've got two entries on. I got a full lot on NAS. Let's come down to gold and see if we can catch this now on gold. Hey, baby. Is that a shark? What is that? Baby shark? All right, look. Is it going to reject? There's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There's the third leg on the Elliott down. 1, 2, 3. And it's also rejecting right there. Fuck. I'm going to be patient on gold. We're in for a lot on NAS. But that I'm going to be patient because look, it's not even oversold yet. Hey, babe. Oh, hi. Hi. Can you say hi to YouTube? Morning. Morning. Can you say hi, YouTube? Oh, what are you doing? Hey. Easy. Easy. Can you say hi, YouTube? Look, can you say hi? Hi, YouTube. I'm gonna be a trader. Oh, so you're gonna be a sniper? Are you gonna learn how to snipe gold in NASDAQ? Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's go back here. We got gold on that one. Let's do NASDAQ on this one. Where's your mommy? NASDAQ. Okay.
Money.
Money? What? Oh, come on, NASDAQ. Come on, NASDAQ.
Yay.
Yay. Come on, NASDAQ. Can you say it? Say, let's go, NASDAQ. Oh, whoa. His pajamas. Yeah, that's correct. 2,400 ish. And I'm going to give it a little bit larger of a stop loss. I'm usually around the 50 pip zone, but I'm going to go a little shorter than that. I mean, a little larger than that. So we're waiting here, and we're in instant profit on NASDAQ, ladies and gentlemen. I don't suggest breaking even just yet, but if you're one of those super fucking worried traders and you really want to protect your entries, you could protect your NASDAQ entry now. You've got a full trade. I mean, you got a free trade, right? If you protect it now, it's a free trade. And if it comes back up there, now here's the deal. This is why I don't protect, because the markets are super, they're known for coming back and retesting entries and fucking people over. And that would be your original entry, and it's going to come back and touch it and then be gone. And then you're like, fuck. So look, dude, the way I do this is I've already accepted that risk. And if it hits stop loss, it is what it is. I don't give a shit. All right. I don't care. So I'm not protecting. My theory is you protect when you take TP1. And so again, with the strategy I was saying earlier, we take TP1 at the 23.6. Perhaps that's what I'll do today. Fuck it. Why not? Right. It is 9. My wife does want me to take my daughter to school around 9 o'clock. So I don't have much time left on here. And then to be honest with you, I'm taking the boat out on the lake today. So, I'm not even gonna fucking watch this. So I'm gonna catch this entry. I'll protect it. I'll take TP1 here, and then I'm going on the lake, and I'll let the other fucker thing run. Gold. Let's see if we can catch this entry. If we do catch this entry, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not even gonna protect it. I'm not gonna do no shit. I'm just gonna let it go. This is a very strong support, but again, that's fucking liquidity. There's a lot of people that are buying. There's a lot of people that are buying right now. There's got to be. And so if they're buying, this market's going to say F you. I'm waiting for this fuck you candle to come in and swipe these people out. Let's come down to a smaller time frame on Goldilocks. And look at this. Okay, so we got to learn how to read these candles, right? Look at how bearish that is. Now, we do have a falling star. We do have a doji. I mean, this could be the entry, right? This could be the entry right there. But I'm not going to fuck around. I'm going to be patient with this one. And for some reason, gold and NASDAQ and all them have been running in the same direction. So if I'm looking, well, that's not good then. I just put my foot in my mouth. Because if this buys up, that means NASDAQ's going to buy up, which is fucking shitty. Then I'll lose this trade. But hey, it is what it is. Maybe we should just fucking... No, if I'm selling NAS, I'm going to say maybe we should just buy gold right now, then it is what it is. But no. I mean, if you're a scalper, you're definitely scalping in right now. I'm not going to do it. This is good, healthy market flow. There's no reason right now for this. All these candles have been got. There's no virgin candles. There's no fair value gaps. This is good market flow all through here. So there's nothing blaringly telling me you've got to buy now because of this. This is every one of these candles has a wick except for this one, and then it got a wick right there. I do see that this is the end of the Elliott wave, and this is the bottom. So technically, if you're a scalper, you're scalping in right now because there's your 78.6, 88.6 right there. It closed above and it's closing above now. So this is your entry. And then if you're a trend liner, you're trend lining it right now as well. Right? If you're a trend liner, you're waiting to catch that entry right there. For me, it's not there yet. So I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna stick to my strategy and wait for all this to get cleared out. Maybe it's today, maybe it's not today. Who knows? Look at NASDAQ though. Come on, NASDAQ. Look at old Nazi. There it is. Look at NASDAQ. Come on, baby. Hells yeah. Let's go, NASDAQ. Some people trade all day for 25 pips. There's 25 pips and it's going. Let's fucking go. Gold needs to follow along. What's 30 doing? This is the smart money concept shit. I don't trade smart money concepts, but fucking 30's pushing and SP is going down. So 30 is divergent. 30 is divergent. If we come back out and look, what 30 is probably going to do then is break up inside this zone. Honestly, this is what I think 30 is going to do. Break up inside this zone, find this, and then flip. It's gonna come up through this area here of London. Come on, tool. You click on it, it doesn't want to fucking give it to you. Come up into this area and then hopefully split. Look how it's overbought on the RSI, right? And if it does that, then hopefully this will follow along with NAS, which will also follow along with S&P. S&P is on the moving average, and hopefully this will find the resistance in this area after this liquidity and split as well. Goldilocks, we're hoping to come on down. Well, there was the entry on gold we did not take. And there's the breaking of the trend line. But again, I'm not worried about it. I did show earlier, though, that if this is the London session and it breaks below, it usually tanks for the day. I guess it depends on what time frame you're looking at, because technically that would just be a wick. But with this nasty-ass 30-minute wick, it might buy up now. Look at that wick. That's a liquidity grab wick. Okay, that is a liquidity grab wick right there. Look at that fucker. Again, we saw the entry. We were just being maybe a little overcautious and overpatient. And again, everyone in their model is probably sitting at 2,400, and I don't know if the market is going to give it to us. If it does not give us the entry today, that's fine. And this does break up, good to go. We'll be even more confident tomorrow, and we'll have it even more aggressive. So if I was going to take a 1% today, I'll take a 2% tomorrow. All right? Because this needs to break up and then come down. And then I'll be in for fatty 2% right there. Okay, so I think we're getting close to the end. Guys, I got to go take my daughter to school, but you get the idea. We're waiting for this entry on gold, and honestly, it looks like it's kind of coming down now. So maybe it's going to find this trend line as resistance again and push down off this trend line. See how it's rejecting it? So again, this is why we're patient, guys. Look at how we did not get divergent. We did not get oversold. We can be patient. Be patient. NASDAQ, we did catch an entry, and look, it's going to fucking come back. It found this as support. It's coming back. That's a pretty aggressive candle right there, but I'm not really scared about that candle. That wick does look fucking nasty, so we might lose this one. But again, you could have protected. I said that it likes to do that. I said it likes to do this. It likes to retest your entries. So let's come down to the 1 minute and see what it really looks like. It broke, dude. I mean, I take that back. That's it. It broke it, but then look, it closed right above it. It closed right above it. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's the manipulation for the liquidity to push up. Again, I put in a full lot. I've already accepted the risk. It is what it is. We did catch some pips. You could have protected. I mean, I'm not sure how many pips you guys like to protect at, but at one point in time, we were 30 pips in profit. I mean, hell, you could have. A lot of people trade all day long, and that's another fucking people trade London and like, I got 25 pips today, and then they're done for the day and they leave. Perhaps, that's a strategy I need to do. I don't know. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day. We caught an entry on NAS. We scalped the shit out of it. We're only in 1 or 2 pips drawdown. You could have protected if you wanted to. Hell, you could protect right now. You're still in profit, and it's a free trade. And we have not caught Goldilocks yet, and we're still waiting. Perhaps today's not the day. Perhaps Thursday's the day. Maybe this is just going to be one big clusterfuck consolidation for the rest of the day. Which is case is fine, because then tomorrow we'll wait for this dip and go. All right. That's it, guys. Hope y'all liked it. If y'all have any questions, please hit me in the socials. Y'all know it. Tomorrow, I'm looking to get on to give away that $10,000 account from my Flash Funding. Shout out to those guys. Again, this is just for training. This is not financial advice. If you guys need financial advice, please go see a planner. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good morning. Going to the